What the Flux is brought to you by DeLoreanRental.com. If you're looking to rent a DeLorean time machine, DeLorean Rental has you covered. They have time machines all across the United States, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, and adding more cars daily. Check out all of their packages to see what would best fit your event at DeLoreanRental.com or call 708-292-0236.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
All your questions will be answered. Roll tape.
Live from the former Institute of Future Technology in Orlando, Florida, you're listening to What the Flux with your hosts, Anthony Furtado, Todd Henge, Caitlin Larkin, and Eugene Schnee.
Welcome, folks, to another great episode of What the Flux. This is Eugene, one of your hosts, and we have the amazing and talented and beautiful Mr. Todd Henge.
I am so beautiful right now. Thank you.
You are. Todd was actually. Was it true that you were one of the official little Gerber babies?
Yeah, the one from 1957.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm that old.
You look amazing, by the way.
No, thank you.
Your doctor did a hell of a job.
I never age.
You do.
I look the same too.
You too. That's all that unicorn blood you drink.
Thank you.
You and Paul Rudd. And and of course we have the one and talented and also beautiful Miss Caitlin Larkin. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm just gonna make up a word. I feel amazeballs.
Amazeballs?
Amazeballs.
I think I've heard that before.
I've heard that before. You didn't make it up.
Well, screw you guys. I'm making it up today now. We have an amazing show, folks, for you. We actually did a little video. We uncovered a little present that we got.
Yeah.
It was from the fine folks from Ravensburger. We got ourselves a little Back to the Future board game where we can actually. It was quite interesting. We quite a learning experience, if you will.
My brain hurts.
So it's Back to the Future, a dice through time.
Yes.
And it was a lot of time to learn.
It was a very challenging game. If you're into more like Monopoly, more like those classic type of games, this is not the
games where you don't have to think too terribly hard.
It's definitely more for the the Dungeons and Dragons style game. Would you say?
Yeah, but it looked amazing. The detail in the game is fantastic.
Yeah, I love all the little pieces, and I love, the little biffs that you get, and the
little
DeLoreans.
Yeah.
That was great. Like, the design of the game is awesome. It just really made my brain hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I so appreciate Paula and all the other great folks at Ravensburger who gave us this game.
If we had more time, we can totally learn it, and obviously we'll play it a lot more. But in this time, no pun intended, constraint, we need, homework.
Yeah.
From Doc Brown to, figure this out.
It's a lot. It's a lot of little steps and things and dice and stuff and rules and stuff, and my brain just can't comprehend it.
Well, it's definitely not. It's definitely a game that you need to think about. It's definitely a game that
every Back to the Future fan needs to try this because it's definitely really cool.
I definitely recommend it just to try it once, just to see how it works and everything like that. It's definitely a teamwork game where you really test the knowledge of your team, and so definitely, if you're going to play a game like this, you need to play with people that are fans of the movie. Otherwise, they're just going to be bored.
Every fan will love this game.
Yeah.
But you know what also fans love?
What?
Back to the Future news. In 3,
2,
1.
Hey, Dr. Stang, this is tomorrow's newspaper.
Could I go to the library and look myself up in the old newspaper archive?
Thank you, gentlemen. Back to the Future news this week is a little on the lighter side.
What does that mean?
That means that nothing really happened this week. Nothing really happened this week.
So you're telling me every week is chock full of Back to the Future nuggets except this week?
We got a couple of things here, but I think everything was leading up to the 35th anniversary. Mm-hmm. And now that has passed, things have kind of just
everyone's still
down.
Enjoying it, though.
Yeah, no, of course, everybody's still enjoying it.
It's always exciting, and it's our job to make it exciting for
That's right.
So
we got a couple of things here.
a clothing company called MeUndies.
This is exciting.
Is exciting.
I saw it on my Facebook ad, and this tops anything we're about to.
There's a company called MeUndies.
MeUndies.
Yes.
So it's one word, and it's MEUNDIES. MeUndies. Oh,
MeUndies.
Where are MeUndies?
I got to get me Back to the Future undies for me.
So this is a company that was stated by Seamus McFly.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
It's amazing.
It sounds like
myself
it.
a new hat.
Came out with a really, really cute Back to the Future design. Now, the thing is, it's one design, but you can get it on multiple different kinds of undies.
Yeah, even a onesie I saw.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. That's that ad that has that girl with the
Yes, with the hoverboard.
Yeah,
That really
in
hot girl in the hoverboard.
sports bra and her undercarriage.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah. and then for our, same-sex fans, there's actually one ad where it's two cute gay boys, embracing
They
one
might
another.
be just two bros hanging out
It
in
might
their
be, I
underwear.
don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. They looked really cozy to me.
Or it could be a dude with another girl that has really hairy legs.
Are you
So
trying to tell me that wasn't an ad for the Adventure Bros?
that might be Dan and I.
That might be
low-key.
Dan and you.
Yeah.
We can't really confirm this, but we're just gonna go ahead and say
We'll
it
just
was
say
you
it.
two. Yeah, we just say
I'm
it
getting
was you guys.
No,
residuals.
but
That's
I
it.
think it's, really cool
They
that
have
they're-
socks. They have different size underwears, like
Yep.
boxer briefs, long boxers.
Yep. They have different kinds of bras for us ladies. You could get like a sports bra, or you could get it. I forgot the other style, but there's two different style bras.
MeUndies, if you're listening, please sponsor us.
Yes, please.
We will
would
wear
love
your
to
underwear.
we would love to try it out. So if you're listening, please send us some. There's also like pajama pants, like regular pajama
Yeah.
pants. But it's really cute, and I want some. So
That looks
send it
really,
to me.
That looks
Yes.
good. I like it. I'm still digging the name. MeUndies.
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 And then next, we mentioned this briefly on our last show because I had just seen the article right before we were recording, and I didn't really have a chance to read and talk about it. But Bob Gale and Back to the Future editor Harry Kreitzman, I hope I'm saying that right, Kreitzman, maybe? I'm so sorry, offer their insights about a debated split-second moment, which, of course, we all know is Eric Stoltz really in Back to the Future.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which we talked about last episode.
Yes, we did.
A little fun fact, Easter egg moment.
Yes. But as you were saying last week, that Bob Gale has never confirmed or denied this because he doesn't want to.
He was listening to the podcast.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because now it comes out that he's saying that it is quite possible that this is Eric Stoltz that is punching Tom Wilson in the face.
See, so correct me if I'm wrong. He said the only way to prove it has to go to the negative archives and go through the negatives, but they don't want to because it's going to ruin the negatives of the original.
Exactly.
So I think he just doesn't want to pay Eric
Yeah,
Stoltz.
I think he just doesn't want to do it, but he's
do it.
admitting that
It's a possibility.
that it is a possibility. And then he also suggests that there might be a second moment where Eric Stoltz appears in the final film. During the skateboard chase, which is set off by the punch, after Marty jumps over the hedge, there's a shot of him from behind approaching the pedestrians coming down the courthouse steps, and it could be Eric. Or, he said, it could be
The stunt guy.
the stunt guys, but he doesn't know which stunt guys. He doesn't know if it's Eric Stoltz's stunt guy or if it was Michael J. Fox's skateboarding stunt guy.
Which who taught Michael J. Fox how to skateboard.
Right, exactly. So there is a possibility that there may be a second moment where Eric Stoltz appears, which leads me to this, gentlemen. Will we ever get the Stoltz cut? They get the Snyder cut. The DC fans get their Snyder cut.
The Richard Donner cut of
the Superman too, which is actually really good.
Oh, of course.
Will Back to the Future fans ever get the Stoltz cut?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned
It might
that.
be like a really emo cut, Because I get why, they just didn't fit Eric Stoltz as Marty. So
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's actually the topic that we're going to be talking about today
That
as
is
well.
right.
Because we're going to go into a heat debate. Because I will compare this debate. Because there are fans out there that say that Eric Stoltz is not in the movie.
Yeah,
And there
I've
are
seen
fans out there
comments online.
that say that Eric Stoltz is in the movie. But then you question what parts they see in the movie. So we're going to go in deep in that a little bit more. I compare this to the Die Hard. Is it a Christmas? Not a Christmas movie? We talked about.
It's a huge debate.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
Christmas
It's not a
movie.
Christmas
You
movie.
watch
It
it
is.
every Christmas.
Oh God.
Ho ho ho, mother.
We'll talk. That will be for our next discussion. That's. We'll talk more about that. And I even got evidence. Little
Well,
evidence.
yeah, Bruce Willis said it's not a
That's
Christmas
right.
movie. Yeah, but no. So Eric Stoltz, the screenshot, the screenshot is in the article. You can clearly see that is not Michael J. Fox.
No.
It is
Yeah.
black hair,
Uh-huh.
jawline,
Uh-huh.
Eric Stoltz.
Well, we're gonna go more into that, but first we got something more important than that, right?
We do.
What could be more important than talking about Eric Stoltz or Michael J. Fox? I don't know. I mean, I cannot even possibly think of anything that could be more important than that.
My birthday coming up.
Oh,
That's
well,
true.
That's true.
Yes, if you want to send Todd birthday presents before August 2nd.
What the Flux?
Yeah, my birthday's August 2nd,
okay. August 2nd.
1988 miles per hour.
Eugene just got that.
I was like a 2-second delay. Like, what could be more important than that, Caitlin?
We got a letter.
I've got something for you. A letter.
A letter.
What, a letter? Like, do we have to pay someone?
We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from.
Well, it's actually from Julio from Dallas, Texas.
Ooh, we got fans from Texas?
We have a fan in Texas.
Well, I'm excited about this. And
Yeah.
What does Julio have to say about us?
Greetings from Dallas, Texas. My name is Julio, and I just started listening to all of your podcast episodes since Monday.
Wow.
So
all right.
We got this on a Friday, so basically Julio was listening to all of our shows throughout that week.
He binge listened.
Yes, which we appreciate that.
That's right.
Great show. I've been listening back to back since Monday while watching the trilogy back to back. The lockdown has been challenging to say the least, but having found your podcast has been a blessing. Aw. I don't listen to podcasts. Ask my best friend. He listens to podcasts all the time, and he'll vouch for this. But I happened to come across your Instagram account and saw your posts and saw you have a podcast show and thought I'd give you guys a listen, seeing that it was all about Back to the Future. Beyond happy. Aw, well, we're beyond happy that you're listening. I fell in love with Back to the Future as a kid when I was 5. The movie premiered 35 years ago. Yes, it did. I instantly wanted a skateboard, buy a DeLorean, get a dog, and name him Einstein, too. My older brother had Huey Lewis and the News vinyl record Sports, so hearing them on the soundtrack made the movie that much more exciting.
Nice.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Sports is one of the greatest albums of all time.
I, too, have that on vinyl.
Yeah, same.
He had a denim jacket, a Walkman, and learned to skateboard because he was way cooler than me. I remember getting a Hot Wheels time machine car, and it was my most valued toy car that I ever owned. And then part 2 came out, followed by part 3, all classics. So this is where Julio's letter gets interesting. I just finished the What If episode, and I've definitely had the same thoughts you guys were talking about while discussing Eugene's friend's story. I had put a lot of thought into what had happened to Doc from the moment he saved Clara on the train and Marty returns from 1885. But first, you have to remember that Doc had some adventures without Marty. I like to think as soon as Doc drops Marty off at home in part 1, he starts his fun time traveling, which I agree with you there, Julio. I'm almost certain he's spent quite some time jumping around from the past and the future, which would explain why he has the briefcase full of money from different eras of time as seen in part 2. He has obviously done some hover conversions on the time machine, which means he definitely spent a bit of time in the future. He also had the time to visit the rejuvenation clinic where he got his spleen and colon replaced, adding 30 or 40 years to his life.
Correct.
Fast forward to the end of part 3 when we see Jules and Vern, and they're not babies but little kids, which definitely means Doc and Clara spent time together in 1885 as Doc built the time train, which actually is explained in the IDW comics. He definitely helped change the name Shonash Ravine to Eastwood Ravine in honor of Clint's untimely death as seen in part 3. This is why I enjoyed the animated series so much as a kid, because it followed Doc and the Brown family on crazy adventures while Marty got to enjoy his new timeline, where life is even better for him. Thanks for making the podcast so much fun and entertaining. I'm truly enjoying it and looking forward to finally being caught up and eagerly awaiting new episodes. My kids are 6 and 8 and they love watching the movies with me. I didn't get to name them Marty Jr. and Marlene though. Keep up the great work, and thanks again for putting so much effort into making such a cool podcast. Your new friend in time, Julio.
Oh, thanks, Julio.
Julio. That was actually a really nice letter.
That was.
That was really, really cool.
He brought out some good points of Doc going back in time multiple times to, like, you know, his adventures.
Mentioned my name.
Yes.
Like,
Eugene gets so giddy.
like when Doc goes back at the end of part 1 and says, all the events have led up to this. We got to do something about your kids because... Or no, he says it in part 2, and he points to the newspaper, and he said, all the events have led up to this moment, which he went further in time and saw the destruction of the McFly family. So
that makes Doc a really good friend, don't you think?
Yeah, and it's something actually I highly recommend. Yes, the animated series, like our new friend Julio mentioned, they explore a little bit more of the Brown family. But I highly recommend people to definitely read the comics.
Oh, yeah.
In the comics, you actually get to explore how, first of all, how Marty and Doc first met. You understand why, I mean, because a lot of people sometimes go like, but why would this kid hang out with this old guy, whatever. In the comics, they explain that. In the comics, they go in deep so much into their relationship of why does Marty need Doc, but also why Doc needs Marty.
Oh, yes.
It's really, really interesting. We highly recommend them. And
we need to do an episode that just highlights the comics.
Well,
It's so good.
Well, we all know comics are the root of nerd facts.
Sure.
Like any of the movies that are coming out. No. In the comics, this is true and this happens, and you know. So the comics are the roots.
But you know what else is the root? When you have a best friend.
That's right.
And you know what?
What?
We have a new best friend of the week! Julio!
The Flux best friend of the week.
I like that. Julio, you're our new best friend of the week. We will soon be having those stickers, folks. I promise you, folks.
Yeah, when are you getting these stickers, dude?
I need money to make those stickers first.
That's true. We don't have any money.
No, we don't have it, but we're working on that. Things have been getting a little bit better slowly but surely. And like I said, I have been telling everybody. I know people have come like, yo, when am I going to get one of those stickers? I'm like, I don't know who you are, but but we're going to be sending those to you guys. But Julio, I promise you, I give you my word, we're going to be contacting you just like everybody else that we've been promising the stickers. So we're going to be giving them away. I can't wait to give them away because it's going to be so cool.
Me too.
To have them on our page. It's just, something called Corona came and, kind of pretty messed up things. But
it happens. No, it doesn't.
We gave you our word. We're going to be giving these away. We're in the process of working on that. It's just that it takes a little time, takes some money and everything. And again, a lot of these things that we do, we don't have it it's all on us. It's all in our pockets. It's all stuff that we do because we think it's fun. It's the things that we've been doing from editing and everything like that. It's just like we don't have like a huge mass production.
It's
company.
basically me. Behind a computer.
Pretty much. And
that's where the magic happens.
That's where the magic happens. And then obviously the things like the promotion things that we do and everything, it's just us just figuring things out.
Yep.
So
we appreciate all of you listening and writing letters and, sending us your love and liking our posts on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff.
And to the blood bank, I know I owe you guys some blood. I'm working on it. Don't worry, it's good. It's coming. It's coming.
What?
What?
On that note,
On that note,
we're actually going to be talking about today's topic, Eric Stoltz.
dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun.
My lord.
Oh my God! Or if we're gonna for our Spanish viewers, ay Dios mío,
Ay, Dios mío.
ay Dios mío, folks. Is he or is he? I feel like Shakespeare.
To be.
Is he or is he not be in the movie? Is Eric Stoltz in the movie? Go. Is he in the movie or not?
Yeah, of course.
Is he in the movie or not?
I think so, yeah.
What do you mean you think so?
I think so. See, I think it's either
Don't
between.
give me that thinking bullshit. Is he yes or no?
It's either him or it's a stunt double. I don't know, but it sure as hell isn't Michael J. Fox.
Well, yeah, because Tom Wilson said it was either Michael J. Fox or Eric Stoltz punching, and he knows for a fact that Michael J. Fox did not punch.
Listen, I went all FBI on this thing. I'm gonna tell you, like I wanted to get in deep information of this, so I used my most reliable information source that I know.
And that is.
My TV.
Okay.
And slowly but slowly, I put it in slow, and you can clearly see in the chin. That's not Michael J. Fox's chin.
We all know it's not.
We all know that. But when you look at the chin from Eric Stoltz, it's clearly the same chin. It's obviously, and not only that.
I don't know, but one of his stunt doubles looks very similar.
Nah.
Like, no?
No.
You know what is crazy? We haven't asked the one person that would definitely know. Eric Stoltz himself.
I know.
And I have him on the phone right here.
What?
That's right, guys.
We got Eric
What
Stoltz.
the Flux has Eric Stoltz on the phone. Eric, what do you have to say? Hey, guys, it's me, Eric Stoltz. So, Eric, were you in the movie? Yeah, that was me. I was punching Tom Wilson in the face. That's me. Wow, see, Todd, you were right. Yeah, I know, man, yeah.
I mean, that's a high quality phone you got there, my friend. Like, shit.
See, well, thanks, Eric, for joining us. Yeah, no problem. Thanks,
Well,
What the
that's
Flux.
another funny thing. Eric Stoltz never talks about Back to the Future. Do
Well,
you think
would you talk
he's
about a
pretty-
movie that
he's
you got
pretty
fired?
butthurt from it.
Yeah.
you think even after 35 years you're still butthurt?
Oh yeah, he's not a.
I would,
first
I
of
would
all,
be too.
first
Of
of
how
all-
awesome it is, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I could have been in that. That could have been me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would have made it a crappy movie.
Well, first of all, let's
Yeah.
talk about who is Eric Stoltz. I mean, obviously the guy, he's a phenomenal actor. We gotta give him. We gotta give credit where it's due.
Homeboy's good.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Mask
Yes.
with Cher. And
I love The Mask with Jim Carrey.
I love that movie too. I actually just watched
This is
it.
the prequel to that movie.
Mask, just
Yeah.
Mask.
Just Mask. Yeah, this is.
I have
prequel.
never seen it.
Yeah, it was actually based on real life events, and
Yes.
and Eric Stoltz. I mean, he nailed it. That movie was unbelievable. But one of the things that Eric Stoltz was known for was he was known as a method actor. Do you guys know what that is?
Yes, but I'll let you explain for those who
Oh,
don't.
great! Well,
Yeah, what's a
can you put like
method
some
actor?
like can you put like a teacher song like a learning song, something like that? You know, like
No,
No?
you're just gonna tell people what
Yeah.
it is. You're not gonna make me do more work than I'm already doing.
Well, shit. Okay, method actor is the process by which a performer uses a number of techniques to embody the thoughts and feelings of the character he or she is portraying in order to achieve a more realistic performance. Now, this is a method that was, I wouldn't say it was started, but definitely he made it famous, a guy by the name of Marlon Brando.
Yes.
Marlon Brando was known for that. And a lot of these... a lot of these actors in the 80s, they all wanted to be the next Brando, you know, and Eric Stoltz was one of them. Obviously, he got hired went to the Back to the Future because the little guy, you know, some famous guy known Michael J. Fox couldn't do the movie, which obviously, as we all know history, Michael J. Fox was always the first choice for this character, but he couldn't do it. So Eric Stoltz came by, and as shocking as it is, it always amazes me of how much film they did with Eric Stoltz.
They basically did the majority of the movie.
Would you say like 75, 80%?
I would say 70%.
Yeah.
I think. That's 6 weeks of shooting.
That's insane.
That's mostly how, like, what movies take.
Yeah, but it's just
8 to 10 weeks
but
to
it,
shoot.
But it worked out, you know?
It really
it
did.
did work out at the end. But, you know, we have to also listen to some of the stories. And a lot of the stories that we're going to be talking about today are actually confirmed by the actors themselves, by crew people.
Yes.
Also, there have been revealed in many books, interviews, and everything. But Eric Stoltz was one of those guys that just drove people crazy because of to a point where I don't know if you guys knew this, that he wanted to be called Marty.
Yeah,
on
I heard
set.
that.
Correct, yeah.
He took shit too serious.
Way too serious for this type of movie.
And I don't know if you have this in your notes, but Christopher Lloyd didn't really know his name. Like
Yeah, I heard that story.
Marty, yeah, he left. Like, oh, yeah. I don't know his name. Just Marty.
I think that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, one example that I wanted to tell people, and a lot of people don't actually know this, is to the point of method acting and why did Eric Stoltz, an amazing actor. Again, we're not dishing, we're not talking shit about, Eric Stoltz or anything like that. It's just a matter of like sometimes the actor doesn't work for the character. For example, the famous scene of I love this oh my god, when Marty's trying to put his pants on with Lorraine, and there's a famous with Eric Stoltz, the Bobs were having a hard time explaining to him, about putting your pants down, and he wouldn't get the humor. For example, he actually said, "Why would I fall down when I'm putting my pants on?"
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's there for a laugh.
It's there for a laugh, but in his mindset, he's like, "I don't get it. Like, I don't understand it." Another good example will be like, and Eric Stoltz himself said this, and I quote, "It's strange and sad that all the people Marty loves remember a past he didn't live." Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just right depressing, right?
No, it is. It makes it so depressing.
Deep. That's very deep.
And again, he was something that he just didn't get it. Mm-hmm. But of course, whatever, he will do it. It's a job. But even to the point, and a lot of the actors and crew people were starting to they were getting frustrated with how he was trying the project. And one of them was Mr. Tom Wilson himself. Mm-hmm. To the point where Tom Wilson actually, in the scene where he, the fighting, the punch scene,
yeah,
like he will actually punch him for real.
Yep.
He would punch him for real, and he will Tom Wilson actually said that he wanted to get revenge of him, but
Yeah, he said, "Go ahead. You are way ahead of me. I'm trying to figure it out."
Oh no. So the scene that Eugen is referring to, it's actually a different one. It's the scene where they're at the school cafeteria and Marty's trying to convince George to go up to Lorraine and ask her to the dance. And Marty gets into that fight with Biff, and they're shoving each other. And Eric Stoltz would shove Tom Wilson so hard that he left black and blue marks on his chest. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "I'm going to get that fucker." And because the next scene that they were supposed to shoot
was the parking lot
scene. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to really punch him in the stomach. When I drag him out of the car, I'm really going to hit him in the stomach," because he really hurt him.
Yeah.
And
but he never got to do it.
But he never got to do it because Michael J. Fox was then cast.
Exactly. Another great story this is the more behind the scenes, and it actually reminds me of this reminds me of something that the wife. I like that we always go the wife.
Oh, my wife?
Yeah, your wife will say.
Yes.
There was a case where Eric will tell was in the makeup chair, and they're just chatting, whatever. And he told the makeup artist, that he didn't understand why he was in this film because he wasn't a comedian. He didn't think that any of this film was funny. He didn't understand that why would people laugh about the fact that that a car would hit him and he knocked his head out, and that was romantic. He didn't understand the whole thing about that he's on the skateboarding thing, whatever. I mean, all the people that could have injured. I mean, dude, seriously, you're taking way
too serious.
Way too serious. And he was always more of a trained and serious actor, which he was. And the response of the makeup artist will be, like your wife, the wife will say, "Are you an actor?" He says, "Yes." "Well, then act, damn it."
Yeah.
I love that. Obviously, as we all know, and history has said, things didn't work out. And actually, I don't know if you guys know that Robert Zemeckis himself was the one who broke the news to Stoltz.
Yeah.
What was said between them two, to this day, nobody knows.
Except them.
Except them. Well, yeah, except them. But can you imagine being a fly in that room?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like just, but yeah, I mean, but according to, a lot of the crew people, the actor did not took the news route. I mean, yes, he got, and let's be honest, he got paid very well because, again, it was a very expensive venture because they had to pay him for his already agreed upon salary and overages due to the essentially starting over. So technically, he got paid not just for his work, everything, including the work that he didn't do, but overcompensating for the, because technically, since he got fired,
right,
he could have also gotten other work that he could have taken.
Right.
So this was a very, very ballsy move for by the Bobs to do this. Now, again, this is not a confirmed number. What did I say?
It's not confirmed. Not.
What did I say?
It's not confirmed.
Exactly. But the rumor is that, and this is in 1984. Yeah, 84?
Yeah,
around that, the time they got fired?
I think it was already 1985.
Yeah. And again, and with royalties and blah, 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 I'm just giving you a round. The rumor is a $3.5 million paid.
Whew.
Because of all that. Yeah, because remember, not only did he have to be paid for his work, but also, I mean, obviously, it's getting fired for a job. That can affect your job as an actor. Because a lot of people say, a lot of people, oh, yeah, the guy that got fired from Back to the Future. And that could something to be affecting your career and everything. Mm-hmm. So, and again, especially getting fired after 6 weeks of shooting, let's just say that if you have a good lawyer, and royalties and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, well, he got,
all that
it makes sense.
He got compensated.
It makes sense that, there wasn't many movies that he was in that I can name off the top of my head because it sure puts a downer on your resume,
Yep.
So, but he's a millionaire. So
he's a millionaire. I mean, that's at the end of the day. I mean, and yes, of course, at the end of the day, did he got the best part of it?
No.
I mean, obviously no, because I mean, yes, he got a very nice paycheck for being in the 80s and everything, but he will never be. I mean, he's always associated with this movie, with this amazing trilogy. Almost, I hate saying the negative. Is there any word that we can use that's not negative?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Because people always remember Michael J. Fox. Yeah. Eric Stoltz. Oh, yeah. Well,
well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it just is the only way I can describe it.
Is that your official?
That's my official. Eric Stoltz.
The only way we'll truly have an opinion is if we see the footage.
Yes.
So we don't know. They know. We can't give an opinion.
That's
Who
right.
knows? We could have said, "Wow, he's pretty good."
That's actually a really good point. Which brings us to the point where Caitlin always jokes around, we need to see the Eric Stoltz version.
The Stoltz Cut.
The Stoltz Cut.
I'm always the devil's advocate.
Yes.
So.
#Stoltz Cut.
Will that... See, now here's an interesting question for you, both of you, and for all of our fans out there. If you had the chance to watch the Stoltz Cut, would that change your opinion on Back to the Future?
No.
Oh,
absolutely
you
not.
don't know that. You haven't seen the movie. You haven't seen him act.
Well, I think from the little snippets that we've all seen, because there's only a couple of clips out there like they put in the Back in Time documentary, so there are things that are floating around. That doesn't change how I feel about the movies already, because it is what it is. It's been 35 years since the first one came out. And that's not going to change my fandom. I think it's going to make me love the franchise even more because it's wow, look, that almost was what we got. Thank God we didn't.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see it. Like, obviously, it would be the first half with Eric Stoltz, and then they have to finish up with Marty McFly or Michael J. Fox. So it could be a complete cut. We as fans know that at the end is Michael J. Fox.
I think they should just edit the parts that they have, because of course they don't have a completed movie. They should just edit the stuff that they've got and just give it to us.
No, they're gonna have to give him more money.
but by doing that, wouldn't that disrespect Michael J. Fox?
No.
Because technically, why do we want to see a version of a guy that's...
Because it's interesting.
Yeah, but...
That's like, okay, if I may.
You may.
It's kind of like with the Beatles. I'm sorry, but here I go.
Oh, let's talk. I can talk about it.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Why do people love Pete Best so much?
Why do people love Pete Best so much?
I don't know. He was a Beatle, and I love him.
Well, as not sure who said it, which Beatle, is either John or Paul. He was a great drummer. He just wasn't a Beatle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was a good drummer. He just didn't have that personality, and Ringo had that personality, so he checked off all the boxes. So I don't think people should disregard Eric Stoltz. He's still a part of the story. He's still a part of the Back to the Future family, and I wish that he would. No, I wish that he would, be open to talking about it.
See, but I disagree with you there, because I think, I wouldn't mind seeing the cut. Like at first, okay, I'll admit it. At first, I was curious about it. I always wanted, okay, I'm curious. I saw a clip, the famous clip of him when he's with George in the cafeteria. Like he's trying like looking at him, like they're sitting next to the cafeteria.
When they're at Lou's at the cafe.
And just with that scene alone,
I know.
But here's the thing. This is the part you're not gonna like. I was already convinced. I have no interest in watching it anymore because there wasn't that innocent.
But isn't that so interesting and how good Michael J. Fox's performance is? And so in that scene in particular, when they're sitting at the counter in Lou's, and he looks over and realizes that's his dad, and you see Eric Stoltz do it versus Michael J. Fox, it's a total difference.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I think
Michael
it's a psychological.
eyes.
It's a psychological thing because your brain has been trained to see Michael J. Fox your entire life until the very first moment your eyes laid on the picture side by side. So like, oh, that's not what my brain has seen the entire life.
But I just think it's so interesting.
Well, it is interesting, but at the same time, wouldn't that be putting down Eric Stoltz? Because you realize that, wow, Michael's such a great actor. Now I know why
I don't think that's necessarily putting down Eric Stoltz.
There'd be no comparison, obviously. But for fans, I'm sure they would like to see the footage. Give us the footage.
Give us the Stoltz cut.
Well, it's like, wouldn't you compare the same thing, like, for example, like with Claudia Wells and Elizabeth Shue?
Right.
Same thing. Like, I mean, obviously, I like how they just changed it. Like, nobody's gonna notice.
So the scene where they redo the scene for part 2, and Michael J. Fox, he's like, "What's the matter, Marty? It's like you haven't seen me in weeks." He's like, "I haven't," but he should have said, "You look different." Did you do some of your hair? Or
that would be really funny.
Yeah. I mean, I love them both to death, but I think Claudia portrayed Jennifer more in the sense like there was something more about her. Like when I think of Jennifer, like even I draw a sketch or something.
Yeah.
I base upon Claudia's look more than Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, I agree.
And I love Elizabeth Shue. I mean, Adventures in Babysitting. Woo!
Yeah, I think she's really hot.
I don't know what it is, but even the Bobs have said, well, if we knew that Claudia Wells couldn't, do the second and third movie, we would have never had Jennifer at that end scene. We would have never had her there. But, of course, they can't predict the future, ironically enough. And
wait. The guys that did Back to the Future can't predict the future?
Exactly.
That's disappointing.
And, they didn't know that Claudia's mom was going to get sick and that she couldn't do the film. And
kudos to her for doing that. Because, the pressure you got to be like, you can be in this big-ass movie, so much money and everything, but she decided to stay with her mom and take her and everything. Kudos to her. I mean, that's just... You gotta respect
that's what
that.
always makes me a little mad when people are like, well, why didn't she do the other ones? Why didn't she do the other ones? Family comes first.
Ask Rick
Family
Moranis.
comes first.
Rick Moranis, he has turned down So much money, so much big roles. And when you tell people, oh, then why he did that? Do you know that his wife died and that he just wanted to be a father? He wanted to dedicate his life to be, and then people are like,
yep, they all shut up.
Yep, that's right. And this is during the height of it, like what he did. Correct me if I'm wrong. The last movie he did was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey,
We Shrunk Ourselves.
We Shrunk Ourselves was the last one.
I love Rick Moranis. I think he's a crazy, but it's there's always that curiosity, and then don't get me wrong, I would love to see it, but I just think it's like if we see that, wouldn't that be disrespecting either one? Like for example, like you're almost then you're putting like a comparison, like now we know why Eric Stoltz sucks.
But I don't see it that way. It's just I don't think Eric Stoltz sucks. It's just Eric Stoltz is not Marty McFly.
Well, let's ask him. Eric, Todd, do you still have Eric there on the line?
Yeah, let me call him.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Eric, we just have a quick question for you. What's the question?
We wanted to ask, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Eric Stoltz here. Eric, would you feel offended if they show the Stoltz Cut, and because they're comparing you with Michael J. Fox, obviously eventually he was always the first choice. Would you feel offended if people saw that cut?
No, man. I really like Michael J. Fox. He's a great guy. But I would like my footage to be shown, like for the fans, Back to the Future fans. I know I'm not in the movie.
Wait a minute. Are you sure you're Eric Stoltz?
Yeah, that's me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Eric Stoltz.
I'm gonna ask you a question that only Eric Stoltz knows.
Yeah, ask me anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your middle name?
Eric James Stoltz. That's me. Yeah, Eric James.
Sounds like a made-up name, Eric
No, that's
James
me,
Stoltz.
Eric James Stoltz. I was in the movie. Look it up. Yeah. I don't know why I'm slowly turning into Michael Jackson.
I know, you kind of like...
You're way off. You're way off on the middle name.
I know.
Eric Birmingham Stoltz. Yeah, that's me.
You remember your middle name now.
Nope.
Oh.
Because you still got it wrong.
I want you guys to keep guessing. This is great.
Because you still got it wrong. No, I know the middle name.
I just want my footage to be shown. Come on, Bobs. Yeah.
Oh, Bob's, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know them.
All right, okay.
They give me $3.5 million.
Okay, so, people forget their middle name all the time, Caitlin. That's a fair.
Do they?
They do all, that always happens a lot. Let's ask him another question. Eric.
Okay.
Can you tell us another movie you were that's not Mask?
Oh, yeah. I was in Liar, Liar, and I made a short cameo in Dumb and Dumber. And then, I was supposed to be Ace Ventura, but...
What was your name in Liar, Liar?
I forgot. They took me out. They took me out of the footage.
People are going to be looking on IMDb and wondering if Eric Stoltz was in Liar, Liar.
No, they took out all my footage. Look it up. It's a huge conspiracy. There's one shot where Jim Carrey punches me, but, they took that out. Yeah.
Eric, you have bad luck with this.
I know, it's crazy.
So what are you up to now?
I'm just hanging out. How are you?
Oh my God.
I just lost him.
We just lost Eric Stoltz on the line.
The service in here is crazy.
It's insane with things that happen. Well, boo-hoo.
So, Eugene, you are against the Stoltz Cut. If
I am against,
you
because I
don't
think...
want the Stoltz
it's 2
Cut.
against 1.
Because I think it's this... I mean, it's like... I know that there's a curiosity level to see it, but I think it's almost disrespecting to do that, because it's almost like, well, for what? What do we need that for? It's almost like, for example, another case, there was always that rumor that Tom Selleck was going to be Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
Which, by the way, folks, that man has an amazing stash. Nobody can have a stash as
Magnum
PI.
PI.
Magnum PI.
Yep.
But, again, let's say that he would have done the movie, the same thing that happened with Back to the Future, and maybe he got replaced with Harrison Ford, blah, 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 blah. Why watch it?
I'd be still curious.
I know, I want to see that too.
You're crazy.
You're nuts.
But wouldn't that be disrespectful to the actor?
No. Harrison Ford would be like, oh, dude, whatever, man. Just watch the movie. It's Tom Selleck.
Well, folks, Harrison Ford just walked in the door, too.
Hey, kid, how's it going?
That was good.
So good. Can you do a Tom Selleck?
Yeah, I'm Magnum PI.
That was
that's me.
That's all.
Yeah, I have a mustache.
That's every conversation with Tom's like, I have a mustache. I don't know. I just think it would be disrespectful for the act. I mean, the guy's already been through a lot. Here's my point. The guy's already been through a lot. And of course, as you fans, we would love to hear from you. So tell us your opinion on the matter. Like, I feel like the guy's already been through hell.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers him as the guy who got fired. Everyone remembers that. Why keep doing it anymore? Why? I mean, we already know that we already saw what we needed to see. Why do we need to see more to remind us the fact that this is not the right guy for the
Well,
movie?
let us know if you think so or think differently.
That's right.
Yes, if you guys want to contribute to this conversation, you can always send us a letter or a voice memo, because we'll put it in the show, to whatthefluxpod@gmail.com. Maybe this could be like a two-parter or something. If we get a bunch of emails, we will go through them, respond to them, whatever you guys want to do.
And for the Eric Stoltz fan base, for the two of you out there, don't send us. Don't
let me get Eric Stoltz on the phone again.
Yeah,
I have more than two fans, man. Come on, give me a break.
We're not going to reveal his number, so yeah.
No, but I think, it's really interesting. I just want to see, I want to see it. I just want to see it. That's all I can say. I'm curious. I want to see it. I don't think it takes away the integrity from Michael J. Fox's performance. I don't think it takes away Eric Stoltz's integrity as an actor. I just think he's a part of the story. He's a part of, this trilogy, this franchise that we love.
But is he part of it?
Yes, because without him, being cast that first time, then not doing a great job,
Them redoing all the shots and all the scenes, who knows? He has probably given Leah Thompson, Tom Wilson better shots and better takes. Who knows if those first takes were crap? And then now with
Good point. How interesting would it be to see those other actors playing off of Eric Stoltz, and is their performance different? Those are other things I want to see.
Psychological. They could be mentally thinking.
We know when Tom Wilson was pissed off. We know he was pissed off for real.
Yeah. It could look like a real bully that wanted to kick his fucking ass.
Yeah. And we know Christopher Lloyd actually thought his name was Marty, so...
See, I want to see that stuff. I want to see the different performances from the actors that are still there. I think that would be super interesting.
Yeah, Leah Thompson could have had a shit face on her,
Well, because didn't Eric Stoltz want to bang Leah Thompson?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a thing that he had a crush on her or something?
Honestly, who wouldn't? Come on.
That's the truth.
Raise your hand.
Hashtag all hail Leah Thompson.
I would keep it, professional, but after the movie, maybe at the.
Well, she was boning Dennis Quaid, so.
Dang.
Yeah.
At the time.
I mean, Dennis Quaid, he was in Jaws 3, man.
Ha!
That's true, actually. That's actually a good fact. Check it out, folks.
3D.
3D. This time.
That's a good tie-in.
Yes.
Jaws 19.
Like that? You like that?
Yeah.
Thought that about myself.
So yes, my friends, we do want to hear from you. Maybe we could keep this conversation going.
If we do, it's just going to turn into a war. And I'm okay with that.
Well, we'll see.
Because I love it when people have different opinions. I hate when people are like, oh, no, everybody... No, I love when people have different opinions because you can, you can get more information, learn from it, take it, that cue. So definitely we would love to hear from people that are opposed to it, but also people that are that want to see this as well.
Yeah. Let us know.
And even if you just want to say, I don't know, you just want to just call in and say whatever.
It brings up a question for just nerd fans everywhere. It's do you want to have the original Star Wars movie released?
Yes.
Yes.
So the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. That's it. The answer is yes.
Exactly. So it's you have all the special edition on Blu-ray, but we want to see how it was because only those that have it on
that's a whole other
VHS.
hour-long conversation we could have.
I still have my old VHS copies of
My brother
Star Wars.
has his, but we have no way to play them, of course. So
you gotta get yourself a VHS.
I know, gotta get a VCR.
Yeah. They have it at Goodwill. There's so many.
Yeah, but I don't even want to bother. I just want them on.
They also have
they
them
should
at
just
that
be on
store
Blu-ray.
where Marty bought the almanac.
The Blast from the Past store.
Mm-hmm. They have them there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what else they sell? The Dustbuster.
That's right.
Dustbuster?
Which I gave my fiance for her birthday.
You did?
Yeah.
You gave her a
Not
Dustbuster?
that one, but a good one.
You
Yeah,
gave
it
her-
has different attachments. You can clean the couch and stuff. It's really handy
It's really heavy.
for quick suck-ups.
Oh, look at that,
right,
folks.
all right.
If you're interested in a quick suck-up, do you have Todd's approval? How many gigawatts did you give that?
I give it like 9 gigawatts.
Ah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's a McFly.
It's not a McPhail, it's a
I don't-
McFly.
Correct. I don't remember the terms. It's been a while.
Is it a McFly or a McPhail?
It's a McFly. Definitely McFly.
You know what else is a McFly?
What's that?
All right, this show. This was a fun show.
This was.
This was a fun
Yeah.
show. But unfortunately, we got to go because I think Eric Stoltz is in the door there, and he's with two big guys that look like they're going to kick our asses.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So we got to go. I think we're about to get our ass kicked by Eric Stoltz. So on that note, my name is Anthony. No, folks, we are ready to get out of here. My mom has just picked me up, so I got to go. You want to ride,
Go to
Todd?
soccer practice?
Yes, we are. We're gonna go. Todd, you want to ride?
Sure, yeah.
All right, we're going. We got to do a couple of things.
Well, you boys have fun.
Where you going?
Hey, thanks.
Home.
You going home?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got nothing.
boo.
All right.
I'm going to go edit the show now.
Very good. That's what you
Cool.
should do.
That's fun.
That's what we hire you for.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, my friends, we are What the Flux, and whether it be the future or the past, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
So why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to What the Flux. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at WhatTheFlux_pod. Please subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. And be sure to recommend us to your other time-traveling friends.
Hasta la bye-bye.